Dan, it's very nice to have you here. Thank you for joining this interview. So can you please introduce yourself, tell us about your background, and how and when did you first get interested in cryptocurrencies?
Good day, guys, and thanks for having me today. It's my pleasure to be in such a beautiful place with an amazing community like yours. My name is Dan Khomenko, and I'm the CEO of NFT STARS and SIDUS HEROES.com. Running a couple of big projects in the DeFi and the NFT play-to-earn space. And yeah, I've got an interesting journey in the crypto industry. Started back in 2014. Worked for various of different organizations like Australian government, banking, corporations, and joined the crypto community about 6 years ago to provide some consultancy. So the initial idea of myself was to be useful to the crypto community and to use my knowledge as much as possible in the Asia Pacific region, because I've been studying to be a diplomat, so can speak some Asian languages, and it was obvious for me to consult some Western companies how to get localized in the Asia Pacific region in general, in China, in Japan, etc., and then started to help a lot of different crypto companies. And then I realized that there is a huge potential in here, so established my own consultancy, and then we started to do a lot of software developments and just a simple help for crypto projects to get ahead and to step into to sort of a big industry, help with token metrics, white papers, etc. And then it took a massive explosion, to be honest with you, with the demand, and we realized that this is not something we are capable to sustain with the current team. So we've started to increase more and more team members in our team, and expand the team to a very substantial sizes, and started to work with some big companies out there. Started to work with some very interesting airplane companies and some construction businesses and banking corporations in the blockchain sphere as well. And yeah, that was an amazing journey for me to go through until I actually reached that point when I'm getting into the NFT industry in the last year or so. We've been helping a lot of different artists to get as much exposure as possible and as much help as possible to get their foot into that beautiful and amazing and extraordinary adventure, as we call it, NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So actually, you're the first person from the NFT market I'm talking to as part of my interview series. So let's discuss advantages of this technology apart from the obvious one that gives digital asset ownership. Why did this technology become so popular, in your opinion?
We understand that NFT is a certificate of authentication, so it actually helps people to verify their originality and original work they've made themselves in the blockchain space. So the token follows its creator, and it has amazing features as we can expand and talk a little bit more about, like royalties, for example. The creator of the NFT is capable to achieve some amazing passive income from royalties on the secondary market after their work has been sold already, and people start to resell their work on the secondary market, and he or she is getting the royalties in their wallet. Besides that, we understand that NFT it's a technology that was created a long time ago. It's not like it was created yesterday. It was created a long time ago, and it gave a lot of different advantages to the industry in terms of possibilities people started to explore. So NFT is not just great for artists and singers and a whole bunch of different people from the art industry, but it's also great for gaming industry, for example. Like we see a lot of games that are moving into the NFT space because it allows them to use NFT as an in-game asset that is digitalized on the blockchain, and it's been proved by the blockchain to for you as a player to be confident that you're buying not some fake or scammy item, but you're buying an original item from the original game, and you can check it on the blockchain as well. So NFT allows artists to be free of choices. They're becoming free I would say they're having a lot of opportunities, and they have a freedom of choices in terms of their adventure in this space, and having an ability to join some different NFT platforms and sell their art and then music to a whole world around the planet without being attached to a certain location. So you don't need to be physically attached to your location anymore. What you can do is you can make your own art or a song, for example. You can attach it to the NFT, and then you can offer it to the rest of the world via the NFT marketplaces. And we can see a lot of different players in this industry right now. We can see OpenSea taking a lead in this industry, and they've got a substantial volumes coming in via the generative art or simple art just coming from the original artists, or even AI art, as we call it, the augmented reality art or virtual reality art. A whole bunch of different art is being sent towards the platforms, not just OpenSea, but also Super Rare, Nifty, NFT STARS, etc., etc., etc. So it gives them the freedom of selecting platforms. It gives them the freedom of selecting communities they're willing to work with, because you can sell your work not just to if you're based in Australia, you don't need to sell it to the Australian community anymore. You can sell it to the Asian Pacific community. You can sell it to the African community. You can sell it to the American community. So you can actually do some research and learn how not just to be a good artist, but also how to be a good a marketing specialist. So you have to do the due diligence. You have to understand what does it take to be a successful artist in this NFT space. And that's great, because it's a great incentive for people to educate themselves, to learn something new. Because, it's great to do some art, but art is not the end of the world, right? We have to communicate. We have to interact with people. And the interaction part is massive. It's super crucial if you want to be successful. And that's what it takes, right? You have to go to clubhouses. You have to go to Twitter spaces. You have to present yourself well. You have to clearly articulate as to what your objective is in terms of your art being a part of this NFT industry. And then people from all over the world will pay attention to your NFT art, and they can buy it from you. So it creates opportunities. You never know. Maybe tomorrow you'll become a millionaire, but just selling your art piece that somebody likes in the United States, for example, or China. You never can predict it. So, and that's what basically this industry is great, is because it creates a huge ecosystem where people are communicating, interacting with each other, and do a whole bunch of different activities.
All right. So let's talk about NFT STARS. This is a digital art marketplace, right? What services does it provide to its users?
So NFT STARS was created with the purpose of being excellent when it comes to the customer service and when it comes to the customer service approach. What I mean by the customer service approach is any artist or any celebrity that is willing to sell their art or offer it to the NFT market, they come to us. And we basically look after them from the beginning till the end. So we help them with marketing. We help them to make a special landing page where they can express their story. They can share their story with the rest of the world, sharing their thoughts about the art they're making, etc., etc., etc. Then we do a lot of media publications. We do some interviews in the YouTube and the Clubhouse and the Twitter space, and then, in the end, we obviously help a lot with customized smart contracts because our marketplace is very strong when it comes to the engineering part. And then we conduct celebrity drops, so the auctions, and all of our auctions are 100% successful because of this approach, because we have a very dedicated and strong community of collectors who are coming to search for these collectible pieces. And usually the people that we select for auctions, there are very high quality standard people. And even if they're not famous, we still do a lot of due diligence before we select the artist to go actually through the auction stage. And we are very picky about how we present stuff, because quality is more important than quantity for us. I know marketplaces out there, they're all specializing in quantity, and that's okay. That's their business model. But for us, there is no point to rush. We prefer to specialize on quality. Quality is the quality of the picture we present. For example, we don't cut the quality of the picture. When you upload your picture, it's usually 4K. So you can actually see the pure a beautiful art that, you know, is presented via the digital art or a physical painting, or even the music, like for NFT Radio. So, and the NFT Radio is one of our projects and the products within the NFT STARS ecosystem. The other thing about NFT STARS is that NFT STARS is not just about the marketplace. It's a cross-chain functionality, which means that people can switch between different blockchains. And some people are very picky. You know, some people are very obsessed about the environmental impacts. And, you know, if you're obsessed about it, that's okay. We've got an availability for you to choose from. You can choose Avalanche, you can choose Polygon. You can work on a variety of different chains that you are willing to use for your art, and you can easily mint your NFT, and it will cost you very little in comparison to the Ethereum network. So, plus the additional part that is important to mention is the NFT STARS is not just a marketplace, but it's also a massive augmented reality gallery that is coming up in the very near future. By the end of this month, we're launching a mobile application in the App Store, where you can upload the NFT STARS augmented reality application and then walk with your phone or your tablet around the gallery, which is made of 7 different rooms. We've been making this product for the last 12 months. So it's an amazing quality gallery, very high quality pixels, like no pixels, you wouldn't even see the pixels. Everything is a super high resolution quality. You walk around these different rooms. Every room has a particular exhibition inside of it. And you get this immersive experience because you've got butterflies flying around, you've got birds everywhere, music, you've got beautiful clouds on the top of your head. It's a very nice experience you can possibly have in the NFT industry. And that's coming up in about 2 or 3 weeks. It's in the testing stage right now, but we have already a large number of applications for many artists to be a part of it. So I'm very proud to actually launch this product as well very soon. And many people will definitely use it a lot for different exhibitions. So you don't need to go to the museums anymore, galleries. You can just do it from your home with your phone, walk around the gallery and enjoy the experience.
Sounds very interesting. And
thank you.
Apart from the marketplace, you have your own NFT collection that became a basis for your upcoming game. Can you tell us about it?
So the collection was launched back in August this year. The collection was made in collaboration with NFT 256, and the art director of this collection is Maxim Babayev. He actually works for the Disney studio, and he's a friend of Beeple as well. I'm sure we all know Beeple, right? The beauty of this collection is that it's made of 6,000 characters, and it's made of a generative art system, a generative AI system that was made by Maxim Babayev. He was able to produce a very unique algorithm that allows us to mix more than 10,000 elements made by more than 250 artists from his collaborative studio, as well as 2,500 different backgrounds into different characters. So the computer mixed it up all together and came up with this 6,000 amazing characters, which are being a part of our future game that is coming up very soon. The game is called SIDUS Heroes. The SIDUS is translated as the night sky from Latin or Greek. And the game idea was to provide an amazing RPG adventure to the players around the world to travel in the universe of SIDUS and then explore the planets, explore some different landscapes, fight against each other the PvP style, search for some rare animals and creatures and fly on the spaceships and many different things. So we have a big team working on this project right now. We have guys working on it from Play Display Studio, which is a very successful gaming studio in the NFT play-to-earn industry. And we're very proud of this project, to be honest with you, because there is an amazing interest and demand for this project right now. The community is really hyped up for it. I can't wait for myself to play these games, to be honest with you. So it's going to be a very great game, and every character is serving the access to the game. So we're going to have another collection very soon, but this unique collection is a historical piece because it's a masterpiece made by many different artists. The second collection will not be so valuable because it's not a masterpiece anymore. It's just going to be characters in the game, but this collection is all about this art approach, and all the money we raised we actually shared with the artist as well, because we were sort of willing to help the artists to get into the NFT industry. So the money we've raised out of this collection, we're used to provide money to these artists and to develop the project as well. So these artists, you know, they had a very good profit from this collection as well, which is great to know, because, you know, for us it's not about money, but it's all about, you know, trying to help and trying to be you know, as helpful as possible in the NFT industry. So people actually talk about us, and they understand that this NFT Stars is a high quality platform that helps people not just to make money, but also just human relations is a big part of our approach. We want to establish some, you know, great relationships with the artists that will you know, spread the word and bring some other artists to our platform as well. So that's what we are trying to establish in this industry. But it will be a very interesting game for sure. You can try the demo already. It's a little pre-alpha, a little tiny part of our game, but you can already try it on SIDUSHEROES.com. And we have a lot of venture capital funds that are willing to sponsor this game, and we have a lot of players from many different gaming guilds who are willing to play these games. So there will be an outstanding demand for this product, which will be launched very, very soon. And I'm very proud to be a part of this project as well.
And
thank you.
You also launched the first ever 24/7 NFT radio station where people can purchase any of their favorite songs from young artists, right? And how does this work? Does this mean that no one can ever listen to this song apart from the new owner, or how?
Well, the thing is that this amazing product was actually built by one of our employees, Vladimir Henry. He's from London. He worked on the various of different music projects in the past. He actually worked for a radio station in the past, and he was a big initiator of this particular idea, which I supported as well. So we've decided to get into the music industry, not just art and physical art, but also music, because when you think of the NFT, it's not just about art, it's also about music. And music is an essential part for us to listen, to relax, to enjoy. Sometimes when you go for a run, you know, when you go to the gym, when you drive in the car, you listen, you enjoy. And this is what NFT Radio is all about. We are allowing young artists, young musicians and singers to offer their music to the rest of the world via the NFT in a very simple way. So we're going to have an interface or an application in the future that will allow people to purchase their favorite music from their favorite artist, and then these artists will get a sponsorship to develop their music abilities even more. So it's kind of like a public goods funding in a way, that we remove the obstacles, we remove the intermediaries between the musicians and singers and the buyers, and we allow the community to buy their song and sponsor their favorite artist to, you know, expand in the music industry, make the new album, record the new music, etc., etc., etc. So that's what NFT Radio is all about. Enjoy the music from talented people, and you know, if you like them, you can purchase their song. You can purchase the ownership of this song as well via the NFT blockchain verification, and then you can sponsor your favorite artist as well.
And what are the new features are you going to implement in the next few years?
So NFT Stars is, as I did mention before, it's an Australian marketplace, but it's all about cross-chain functionality. So we're going to implement some new blockchains. That's what we are planning for sure. We are planning to integrate some use cases and utilities for NFT token, which is a native token of our NFT Stars marketplace. We're going to have some decentralized finance farming pools coming up. We'll have some cross-chain bridge that is going to work with different blockchains. There will be a lot of different interesting products coming from the DeFi industry, which we are currently working on. As I did mention before, augmented reality will be a big part of it as well. The augmented reality application that will be downloadable from the App Store and a whole bunch of other devices. And yeah, like in the future, we're planning to have maybe consider a fractional offerings as well, fractional NFT offerings, when you can split your NFT into little pieces and then you can offer it via 1155 standard instead of 721. And there will be a lot of things coming up very soon, for sure.
And let's talk about your auction. What are your favorite items, and what was, for example, the most expensive one?
The favorite, I really like Moton Kai. He's an artist, a physical artist who paints, who actually makes a lot of amazing art pieces, physical art pieces. He paints, he draws the paintings, and then he scans them and then digitalizes them. So there are two different versions. When you actually buy the NFT copy, you also get a physical copy to your address. So I actually bought one of his paintings recently, so I got it in my mailbox, which is amazing. Like, you know, that's what industry is moving towards. To it's not just the digital, but it's also physical. They're working together. So Motunkai is great. I love him. The most expensive that we've sold was a product called Singularity. It was made by an artist, an anonymous artist, actually. It was the beginning of the beginning when we have not so complex verification process, and this guy got approved, and then he made this an amazing robot / human that looks like a Prince Constantine, the future king of the Netherlands, I think it was, his name was Constantine, I believe so. And his piece was sold for 229 ETH, which is $500,000. That was pretty outstanding, I believe. Maybe he bought it himself, I don't know. We had a very successful celebrity drop for Eva Shaw. She's one of the Canadian DJs, quite famous as well. She has more than 65 million downloads on Spotify. So she did a lot of activities with us. And I mean, all of our artists are amazing, to be honest. I wouldn't say, you know, anyone is better than others, but I would say every artist brings something valuable to this NFT industry. So we are very proud to have all of them on board.
I also have several personal questions. I hope you don't mind answering them.
Of course, yeah.
Like, what aspect of NFT Stars are you most proud of?
Well, what makes me proud, I guess, is that, you know, we offer equality in this marketplace. We offer a pure quality. I'm very much about the quality for myself, because anything we try to make in a very high quality approach. Yes, we understand we're not perfect and we're all humans, but it's in our abilities and it's in our capacity to make products that we are creating for the real use case. So like we want to make products that are being used by people, not just make products because we are looking for sponsors, etc., etc. No, we are making products that we want to see people are using on a daily basis. And that's what NFT Stars does, right? Currently we have hundreds of artists, you know, visiting this website, visiting the marketplace, uploading their works, selling and buying, and etc., 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 which is amazing. That's what we need. So I'm very proud of creating a community from scratch. We have a very active community, I believe. You know, we're getting a massive exposure now. A lot of Australian media talks about us. A lot of American media talk about us. So, you know, who knows? But for sure, NFT Stars is taking a lead in terms of the quality approach. If you compare us to a whole bunch of other NFT marketplaces out there, not many people were able to achieve a very unique style. So we were able to achieve our own unique style. You know, when you go to this website, it's not the same as other. It's not just a white and black and blue and yellow. You know, we've got a very interesting effect which we've selected as sort of a branding style. So like a special paper effect that you can see in our website. Like looks like a little bit oldish, but it's a little bit futuristic as well. Every single aspect in our NFT Stars marketplace was actually designed thanks to our designers from the Department of Design, Angelica and Nastia, etc. Like these girls are just amazing when it comes to the execution, and they contributed a lot into creating this unique style of our marketplace. So I'm very proud to be a part of this team. I'm very proud to have such talented employees in this marketplace as well, who helped me to make it what it is now.
And what companies, maybe leaders in the industry, do you respect the most?
Well, every company is doing something right, so it's great to be a part of the NFT industry. You know, I wouldn't say some companies are better than others. I would say every company brings something valuable to this industry. So we all try to bring a contribution. We're sort of promotional specialists now. We educate people about NFTs around the streets. We tell people what it is. I'm not really sure if you went to the New York these days recently, but it was amazing to see how many NFTs we could see on the Times Square. It was just all over the place, you know, these crypto kitties, cool cats, Bored Apes, etc., etc., etc. So all of these people are making a massive contribution. So it's not just about marketplaces; it's all about community. And community is just unbelievable. Everyone is so supportive. Everyone is really helpful. What could be better? So I would say everyone is doing an excellent job.
Do you have a crypto portfolio?
I'm not a big into crypto, to be honest with you. I prefer to make products instead of actually being a part of the volatile, speculative part of the things. So it's great to see everything goes up. I'm happy to see that, but it doesn't make a difference to me.
So you aren't an investor?
I wouldn't say I'm an investor. My company, my friends that are dealing with different cryptocurrencies. So I can see many of them are making money, many of them are losing money. But once again, for me, I'm more of a developer. So I'm trying to create ideas and execute them, and then if I get rewarded for it, that's great. Yeah.
Okay. And the last question: how much do you think Bitcoin will cost 1 year from now?
Hopefully Plan B. I'm sure all of you guys are already familiar with Plan B in Twitter. He's saying it's going to go up to $135,000. So fingers crossed, you never know. But we've got a lot of newcomers. Drives people exciting, and a lot of excitement and hype around the market, which we have to be very careful about, because cryptocurrencies are all about cycles. Today it's going up, tomorrow it's going to go down, and then everyone will be upset. So we have to be emotionally consistent as to how we're managing the crypto portfolios, and we're dealing with the crypto industry as well. But as I said, I'm not a financial advisor, so I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly what's going to happen.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dan. It was a pleasure to speak with you. It was very interesting. Have a great.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me today. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.